All righty. Well, I'm going to wait for some of my chatters to jump in here and verify that they can hear and see me okay, and then we're going to roll. If you're watching this recorded on YouTube, you might want to skip forward rather a minute or two while I shake my inks to get ready for my next feat. Hey, Joan, can you hear and see me okay? All right. Thank you. Okay, we're going to get ready and roll, and people will trickle in as they can. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Kathy. Welcome. I just thought I'd start out showing you where we ended up last time. AJ, hello. So last time I was making, pardon me, a collage that I cut up into ATCs, and then I slung on my 3D tulip stuff, black and white stripes. But I couldn't really hold them up to show everybody because they were kind of tricky. But anyway, I'll show you a few and then we'll get moving on this monster. Hey, Laurie. So here's one. They're kind of subtle. My camera, there's a lag in my camera today. So if I look a little jerky, you'll know why. Wow, that's awkward. Usually my camera is live. Shauna, do you know any issues that might have to do with that? This one I think is my favorite. Oops. Back away slowly. It's really awkward today. I don't know what's going on there with the camera. Maybe Jean will pop on. She might know. She's usually the guru. But this one's my favorite. Sorry for that close-up jerkiness. It's the camera doing something crazy. But anyway, that's where we ended up with those. All cut up and edged. You can see the 3D bits on there. Maybe because I keep going in and out. I don't know. That's really weird. And then these are my little extra bits that I ended up with that I usually just, while I have these, throw them in whoever's Etsy order comes up and along with one of these. So let me get these out of the way, out of the line of fire. And now this is where we ended up. If you go, hey, Kim. Hey, Templeton, welcome. That's a new name for me. Glad you could join us live. So this is where we end up. I was telling you guys I had watched some of Linda Melvin's videos that I just love her technique. And she's been doing this for years. And hers are absolutely awesome. This was my first stab at it. I see the error of my ways in some of these little areas. But it's not bad. It's cool looking. You're not new. I don't recognize your screen name, but I'm glad you're not new. Hey, Jan. Hey, Kat. So let me try to show you some of this close up. That might be really awkward, but I love the airiness and the wispiness of how these dilutions just played in the water when this paper was saturated. This is 300-pound watercolor paper. It's really, hey, Dot, Kimberly. It's really I've never used it. I had it for, I don't know how many years, but I just never used it for anything. And I thought, she uses that, so I'm going to use that and try it. But anyway, my white India ink didn't do like hers did. You can see where it made this dark purple kind of lavender here. But if you look at the white, it just kind of laid there in a puddle and cracked. So let's go with I intentionally crackled it. Oh, Denise. Hey, Denise. I still need to take the salt off of this. I sprinkled a little bit of salt. And she is right when she said, which I knew she was going to be, but when Linda said, right, Shauna? I mean, I worked hard to get that to crackle. When she was right, when she said, when you use some of the India inks, that the what's that called? Cheesecloth, the gauze doesn't lift. And she's right about that. It's really sticky in some places, and I almost hesitate to pick some of it up. I don't know what that's going to do to it. But one thing I won't do again, hey, Linda, is I used, what the hell did I use? Oh, this. The Iridescent PH Martins, right? I used some of that at the end to try to give it a little shimmer. You know, I like me some shimmer. Hey, Linda. And it kind of took over. See these big, lighter yellow-green bits through here? That was, I think, just a little bit that I put on there, and it kind of took over. Now that it dried down, I like it better than when I first saw it. The yellowish kind of went away. There's a little bit of a gold luster in some of the angles. But we'll play with this one later. I want to do another one and let that start drying. I need to move this out of my way, out of the line of fire. And I think what I'm going to do, hey, Eileen, is this is the setup I was using before because she uses so much water. She just has a big absorbent towel on her whole work surface. I don't have really the space to do that, and this is like just big enough to fit on here. So that's what I'm going to do. But this time I'm going to walk this over to my sink, and I'm going to saturate it. I'm going to let the water run on it both sides, and then I'll come back and I'm going to spray it even more. But I think that might help me get this saturated because this paper will take a lot of water. So chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. All right, this is working a lot better, I think. Now, of course, I'm going to drip all the way back over here, but that's okay. All right. That's a good start, I think. Now I need to figure out where my watermark is and which way is up. I don't know that it matters on this paper. It kind of all looks alike. So we're going to start here, and now I'm going to spray. I see where it missed some here in the corners. And get this really, really juicy wet. And this is what gets this stuff really moving. Okay. We're going to assume that's good. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Linda. Another Linda. Hey, Mickey. Did I say hi? It seems like I'm saying hi, Linda, a lot. I know we got multiple Lindas in here. Okay. I'm going to try this time incorporating a Lindy's Moonshadow Mist. This one is Treasure Island Turquoise. So let me get some of this stuff going. These are Dilutions Vibrant Turquoise. Hello. Of course, we're running out. And this is Jade. Yeah, this is Jade. I didn't see on the, I saw some of the Creativation videos, but I didn't see if, I didn't see really anything on Diane's products to know if she came out with any new colors. I'm betting she did. I'm going to lay some more of this down here. Hey, Tiffany. Trying something new. Have you ever seen Linda Melvin's videos? She's got like 13 lessons out there. Let me get this wetter here on the edges. I'm kind of sinking in the middle, and I think that's because of my setup here. I need to do something about that. What can I put under there? It's going to help me out. Let me try. That's not going to be enough oomph. Yeah, crap. Yeah, that is really puddling in the middle. I need a little something to throw underneath of there. Let me try one of these boards. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Let's try one of these and see if that'll help level this up a little bit. Oh my. We may have a real mess on our hands here. I'm going to let this move a little bit now that I have it up. And then I'm going to put in Linda Melvin, Melvin. She has a technique she's been doing for a long time. This is the Lindy's. I'm just going to lay in here with this stuff. See what happens. I don't know how. I assume these will move just as easily. She's been doing a liquid watercolor technique, she calls it, for a number of years, a long time, I think. And she did some video lessons on it on her YouTube channel. So I just wanted to have a go at that because it looked really cool. So now I'm going to add some Radiant, P.H. Martin Radiance. Sorry you see an exact reflection here of my overhead light. Man, Joan, I tell you, everything, it's really going around here. Hey, this is P.H. Martin's watercolor. And I'm just going to, this is Juniper Green. Throw some of that in there. It looks very, very dark and very wet. This is a huge puddle. I'm going to let this, where's my skewer? Let some of that run off of there. Oh, hey, Jill. Hey, Heidi. And that's one thing, one way she shows you to move the water. If you want to pull some of it one way, this is really too much on here now. Maybe I overdid it with the water to start. Last time I don't think I had enough, so I'm just kind of, hey, Kia, just trying to learn my way. Wow. I'm going to pour some of that right there. Oops, and I poured it on the board instead of on the towel. All right, I think that'll give me a better, oh, I like what's going on here. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm going to throw in some of this violet P.H. Martin's. You go through the P.H. Martin's, I can tell you that much. I'm going to get a little bit more of the juniper down there. Hey, Judy. I want this to show, so I want to hit a lighter spot. Look what this is doing here. You can't see that. The colors don't look true on what you're seeing. Wow, that's still really wet. Okay, we'll just go with it. I'm going to drop in some Bombay teal and, oh, maybe. Good Lord. If I get the top off of there. Yeah, I'm having some issues with my camera. I've got a lag on it. Usually when I move, I can see my hand moving live. There's about a 3 or 4 second or more lag, which really hoses me up when I try to show you guys something close and lift it up. The camera's lagging, so when I move to correct it, I'm not quite there. It's hard to explain unless you've done it before. Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. Woo, Lordy. Oh, look at that moving the other colors. Of course, it's in the reflection. I tell you, I wonder if I could turn that one light off. I do think I can. Oh, and I've got spray all over everything. That's cool. Wow, this isn't how she does this, but I've really overdone this one with water. So who knows how this is going to turn out? We shall see. Don't be afraid. That's the Violent Bombay. Violent. Kind of violent. Now this clumped up on me. I don't know if it's because this is older or another Linda. Hey, Linda. Linda number 3. I really want to shake this. And I'm actually going to take, of course, my dropper's all clogged up with boogers, ink boogers. I'm going to grab another skewer that's clean, and I'm going to stir this in case did it get there? Oh, look. That may be one of the reasons I had issues. Try writing a word on the, oh, okay, hang on. Of course, this is a paint one. How about that? Need help. Of course, it's taken up so much of my desk. Hey, CB, that I can't get it in frame. So here's the one I did last week, Tiff. This was my first try, and that's how it came out. I haven't embellished it yet. But I really like how wispy all these dilutions laid in that water when you leave it wet like that. But that's where that one ended up. So I wanted to get another one going because it takes forever to dry. As you can see my puddles, but look, see what this is doing. You can't really see it that well. You have to trust me. Where the hell's my other skewer? Wow. Not at all like what she was doing that was so beautiful. But that's how we learn. Hey, April. The first coat was dilution sprays, and then I went to Radiant liquids and a couple Bombays, and now I need to get some white in there before this all goes south on me. And where's here we go. I'll use one of these. I'm going to put some in this big plop there where it's still wet. And now I think she may have added water to that. But gosh darn, it's so wet right now. Just a little bit of water. This one's really looking cool over here. And I don't think you can see it. Hey, Vaughn. So check out Linda Melvin's YouTube channel. She's got 13 lessons out there. They've been out there for a while, and she's been doing these techniques for years and is quite the master. And I'm trying to do this, but kind of like my little spin on it, which is not working great so far. But I mean, some of this looks really cool close up. I want the white to do what her white did, and it's not doing it. Let me get some of this dark back in the middle and see what happens with the white. I did order a new bottle of white. Of course, it didn't come in yet. Oh, look, a dolphin. Let's see if I can get a little bit more in there. That one looks pretty cool, actually, how it's starting to feather now. This one, not so much. Looks a little clumpy. Little clumpy. All right. That looks really cool right there. This one here, let me see if I can drag some of this the way I want it to go. Keep getting some boublés in there. It's messing up the flow with the bubbles. Oh, that's like a hairline of that. Oh, maybe I should do that here. It kind of looks like lightning. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now, guys. Oh, you're talking about Shauna's negative watercolor was really cool. That's got to be tricky. Really tricky to do that. Just want some swooshy, soft movement of the white through there. And I'm going to drop a little bit more of this off of there. I'm totally smurfed out at this point. I need a better work surface for this, clearly. I need that puddle to go. And I'm going to let that come down here. And that is really, I still don't have it flat under here. Maybe if I do this. I don't know. It's all quite the crapshoot. Oh, just stuck the white ink in the wrong. Hey, Gail. Stuck the white dropper into the wrong spot there. I don't remember hers bubbling like this either. I really think my white has seen better days. But let me do this. Let me take a thinner brush. Get my rose gold jazzed up a little bit. And I'm not going to put a lot of this in there. Hey, Sandra. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better all the time. I saw your text last night about your getting better with your hands. That's awesome. I just want to drop little tiny streaks of this in here. Because when I use this in a different project, this rose gold took over. And I think that was my error when I did the that Jade PH Martin Iridescent ink on the first one I did. It kind of took over. And you never really know what this stuff's going to do when you throw these different inks and watercolors and pigments through here, you just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much of this you guys can see because I wonder if I can drag some of this around. Let's make a little tiny streaks in there. Might end up with a big old mess, but you know what? That's how you learn, people. You let me screw it up and then you learn what not to do. That's my lesson and my gift. I don't know about this. I really like the outer parts of it, but there's so much in here in the middle. Maybe I'll do just a little smidge of this. Oh, I do never know what I'm doing. I watch. What the hell? There we go. I'm trying to turn my heater off. I watch videos, and when I walk away from them, I'm like, what the hell did she say to do? I'm going to put just tiny little streaks of this in here this time. This is the Violet Iridescent by P.H. Martin. Just a teeny tiny bit. Where do I want to go with this one? Let's do a little bit of a little streak through there and maybe a streak out here. Maybe. Little thin, fine streaks like that. Might be the ticket. I like what that's doing, those little blobs there. Maybe I'll do that. Put a couple little drops in the really wet spots. Now I'm kind of doing it, I'm winging it, as we do. And see what happens here. Just a little bit here and there in the wet spots. Back away from the iridescent ink before you got a similar problem. All right, I'm going to, I really want more white in there. Maybe I should do it like that. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Maybe I shouldn't have done blobs. Oh, that's really like ice crystals off of that white going into the ink. That looks cool. Maybe that's my boo-boo. Let's try to drag some down here a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more up here. Ow, those damn bubbles. You're making me crazy. Oh, that little burst there kind of looked cool, though. Yeah, and I want to look for my, it's medical gauze. That stuff I used last time, I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of that because I always like the other one better, the way it frays. These bubbles are stubborn. All right, let me clean this out. And what else do I want to do on here? You guys let me know if Jean comes on. I'm having some camera issues today. All right, I'm going to drop a little more, a little bit more rose gold in there kind of randomly. I need a I need a brush that's going to ever use this one. This is usually good for some little twinkling splatters. Not a lot. This almost looks kind of like a galaxy kind of thing. I just kind of want them in the middle. See what it does. Hopefully it won't take over the whole damn thing like it did before. All right. Now I want to put some, let me look. I don't know where my box of gauze pads are. Hang on one second. Have a little look-see. See where these rascals are hiding from me. Come on, gauze. I don't want to use that other stuff again, but I might have to. Well, that's really odd. I don't think I packed any to take anywhere. So you would think they'd be where I always put them, and yet they are not. Crap, crappity, crap. Interesting. Well, I may have to go with the ones I don't like. But I think I might add a little bit more of this PH Martin. I mean, not the PH Martin. Lindy's that I put up here in these corners. But I might add it to where it's right on the fringe or where it's wet here. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell what this one's going to look like, but I'm going to have to go with the old funky gauze that comes in a big roll that I don't really like. It's curly, stringy like. It's not, the other one was flat and it just was, it would lay easier, come off easier. And it wasn't so, like, so this gets knotted up like, and I can't get it completely flat. It gets thick on the ends. Let me cut a little bit of this off of here. The one I'm looking for is actually, you find it in the first aid section, and it comes in a little long paper container, and they're about 2x2 squares that are folded up. This stuff is on a big roll like so, and I don't care for that. That is so weird. It's like it can only be in one place and it's not there. Maybe it can be in other places. Oh, I found it. Oh, it is in another place, just in the nick of time. This is what I like. Surgical sponges, they're called, but they are not sponges. They are little squares of, oops, sorry, I bumped the camera, of really fine, you'll see the difference. But when you pull it apart, which is tricky to do to get it down to a single layer, it's really, it cooperates more. It's more user-friendly for this. Hey, I need that anyway, Eileen, since I'm only going around with a single digit, if you know what I mean. All right, see how that kind of lays flatter even in my hand, and I want it to pull apart. There we go. That's kind of cool. Let me lay this somewhere. I don't want to cover up all that white. Let's go in here. And I'm just going to tap that lightly so it kind of sticks to the wet paint and ink. Now, Linda in her videos said that if you are putting this over the India inks, that it's pretty much permanent. And I verified that by this one, because this I can barely scrape up. And I'm afraid to pull it because I'm not sure if it'll all come up and just leave the imprint. So she uses matte medium and goes over it, but she didn't demo that. And it seems like that would make everything kind of move. I don't know about that, but we'll experiment one of these times soon. I did add rose gold here, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, hey, Janet, if that's what you're talking about, I added rose gold here and around the edges of the gauze. Oops, bumped the camera again. Lordy, lordy. Let me put another piece of that down. But see how I have like single threads and stripes there? And I might add a little bit more metallics around there. Yeah, it does give texture, Denise. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. So these are folded in on itself that way and in on itself this way, which is hard until you do a couple of them to figure that out, because you can't, it's so fine and light, it's hard to see what the hell's happening there. Okay, now which way do I want to go? Maybe I'll cut this up. Thanks, Vaughn. That's the experiment I did last week. That was my first adventure in doing this. I mean, I do stuff similar to this on my Yupo. That's what interested me about it. I know, Janet, right? That's what I thought too. All right, let's do something like this. Oops. I don't want a wad. I want strings. Little graceful movement in the strings. Where's this? This is probably too dry out here. I'm going to have to do something drastic out here to this. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me just cut that off because I don't want to add too much more water there, because we know what happens when I do that. Hey, Sharon. I missed your comment, Shauna, but I think what you were maybe saying is that you put matte medium on a jelly plate and then lay your piece over it and let it just pick up that way. Is that what you meant? That's a cool idea. All right, I'm going to use my little tiny sprayer though. Oh, cool. That's a cool idea. I want to kind of stretch this. right. Now my gut tells me I want to drop a little metallic in the, oh, you know what? Maybe that's where I'll put, but which metallic do I want to use? Some rose gold or maybe one of the metallic inks? Hang on a second. Let me look in here. You know what? I'm going to use silver. Let me shake this up. The watercolor paper is Arches 300 pound. Not 300 GSM for 140 pound. It's 300 pound. It's really heavy. Like, listen. Sounds like a piece board. I've had it for years. I've never used it until I tried this. All right. Hey, Mary Ellen. All right, I'm just going to drop a teeny tiny bit of this. Will my dropper work? Yes. Like through, where do I want to do it? Out this edge? And with the white, maybe? Let me take it off of that edge of the gauze there. I don't know why. Seemed like the thing to do. And let's put a little bit here around this bit and have it kind of trail off there. And maybe do some down this edge of this gauze. What happens if we drop a little bit right there? And maybe a little bit in here. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right this minute. All right. Salt. Eileen, because I love you, I can say this. Bite me. It is blowing up to 50-mile-an-hour winds today here. Full gale warning. It's not that cold. It's the temperature without wind chill is in the 30s, I think, today. However, tonight, it's going to drop down to single digits. So, yeah, there's that. All right, so we put a little bit up this way. See what that does mixed in with the white. And maybe a little bit in these holes of the gauze here where there's kind of gaping holes. All right. And we're stopping with the salt. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. Hey, Joe, thanks. That's a new name too, I think. Of course, I'm getting so forgetful. You guys could all be new names on some days. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way and let this dry, which takes a while. Somebody's going to have to remind me at the end of the stream to come back and take another look at this. Oh, I should take that board out because that's going to keep it wet. Let it lay on the towel. Oh, Lord. Here we go. All right, I'm going to rinse this off. It's got turquoise ink all over it. Hang on. right. Now what? What to do? What to do? So, I think what we shall attempt this is the piece I did last week. Looking at this, I like this much better than the second piece. But a lot of this real wispiness out here happened after it sat to dry. I ran this paper, not this one, the other one I just finished. Hey, Monique and Jess. Hey, I ran that under the sink on both sides to get it saturated. Brought it back here on the towel and added a lot more water, probably too much this time. This time I didn't think I had enough. And I added more later, and you can see in here there's kind of a mark right there, kind of a watermark. See that line? So it's kind of it's a to get used to, but some of this feathering areas around here are really cool. And over here looks really cool too. So now we're going to go into the enhancing bit, which, thanks, Eileen. Hey, Christy. I do too, Joan. It looks so fluid still. So let's see now. Where do we go now? She added, find my paper palette. Oh, 40. Hang on, let me see if I have any of these interference colors. I'm not looking at chat. I've got my head stuck in my acrylic drawer. Looking for, I don't know if I have any. I'm looking in my tubes, my golden tubes for some interference colors. Sorry, my brain locked up, in case you couldn't tell. I know I had a couple. Where are you though? On the bottom, no doubt, because I never use them. Really? Does it really have to be this difficult every time? Here's interference blue. No. That's one. I thought I had violet, which would be nice. I know I could mix them with an iridescent medium, but I want one of the interference properties, not just the shimmer. Iridescent pearl. Huh. All right. Let's go to my little teeny tiny tubes of goldens. What are they? Pearl. I have two of those in a pearl. Somebody must have been giving these away. Silver. Huh. All right, we'll be that way. Interference. I have those tiny ones. No. All right, I got one more possibility. Oh, I guess I could add some. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to water down a little bit of PBO. I want the green blue. Some of that. Some of that. Sorry, guys. I'll be right with you momentarily. I want to see if I have it in my... Oh, shit. Avalanche. I have it in my large golden bottles. I do think I do. All right. And some primary elements. Or Pearlex. African jade, that might look cool in there. Hi, Kathy. What's this? Snapdragon. I think that might look too pink. I think Snapdragon's got pink in it. Bougainvillea. What's that? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. And I need a little watercolor medium. Oh, maybe just some of this Aqua Shine. That might look cool in there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. Maybe a couple little sprinkles of Tokyo pigments. Might not be too bad an idea. Yeah, I was going to pull those out, Jan, but I'm trying to try different things in my stasharoo. Throw some of these over here. Now, at first, I got to decide what I'm going to do. What is going off here? That's one of our security cameras, and I bet it's because of the wind. Hang on. Oh, yeah. You can hear the wind buffeting. Kathy, this is, I ripped a big sheet in half. This is a half sheet of the big one, and it's 12, so that's 15 by 22. I guess it was a 30 by 22 sheet. Hey, Mary, welcome. Okay, so now what are we going to do? I don't know is the answer. It was 22 by 30, and I broke it in half. And this is just some Winsor & Newton gum Arabic that I have in the drawer that I don't really use anymore because I always use my creamer medium. But since we're getting crazy, and this is the Schmincke Aqua Shine. I don't think they make them bigger than 30 by 22. Well, none that I have anyway. Maybe an inch or two, but I don't think they get much bigger than that. Oh. Pour a little bit of that out too. Just a schmutz. And I think I have iridescent medium, maybe, perhaps. What's this? Blending medium. Iridescent medium. Okay. This is watercolor stuff. Aqua Shine is a Schmincke product for pearl effects. It's for watercolor. You can mix it with watercolor or dilute it for pearlescent effects. Particles of picture achieve shimmering gloss. Medium slightly retards drying of the colors. Well, anything that's going to retard something, I'm all in. This is just a Winsor Newton watercolor iridescent medium. So I might drag some of the powders into that. I don't know. Oh, that's really... Oh, hang on. Oh, hell, I need another clean skewer. That's caked on the side there. See that? That's what happens when you don't use your stuff. Oh, it's just thick. Hang on. Okay. Let's just whoosh it around a little bit. My magic stick. I'm trying to understand what this Linda Melvin's process is and bring my own little something in there, if that's possible. And I want a fine brush. But now what to do? It's so hard to figure out where to start on this stuff. I think I'm going to, I want a little bit of this too. I'll probably have to water this down. I hardly ever use my acrylics anymore. Let me try to bring in a little bit closer. That's really tight. Hang on, let's see where we are here. And get me some rose gold over here. I put some rose gold in here, but it doesn't look that great to me. Oops, hello. Oh, I gotta change sensitivity on that camera. It's gonna drive me bonkers. Hang on, sorry. So sorry. Gotta fix it. I'll turn the sensitivity way down to 1. Let's see if that makes a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit. Oh, hell, I put my hand right into the, some things never change. Right into the, I know, right, Jan, my jelly plate screaming. Use me. Okay, I'm just dipping in a little bit of rose gold here. And I'm just going to add a little bit more. Let me get in frame here. Around these edges. And kind of bring that out some a little bit more. Kind of blurred into the into this gauze and into the ink. So I don't have that. This is hard painting with this over the gauze because, of course, it's just hitting some of the strings. And I don't want to overdo it either. Ha! Who am I kidding? I just realized I said that out loud. And that you people are listening and know that that was a lie. All right, let's get a little bit more on this dark up here. Oh, are they? Watercolor medium. Just so I can kind of liquefy that. And I need to decide. Uh-oh, you guys are buffering. Oh no. I hope you don't lose me. Oh, good. I'm going to put a little, oh, sorry, hitting the camera. This, hang on, let me see if I can take up some of the slack of this cable on my camera out of the way. Because this giant paper is like all up in it when I move it. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to mix. Got a little of the African jade here. I'm going to mix it with some watercolor, well, some gum arabic is what this is. Kind of like making watercolor out of it. But this is different than what I usually use. Yeah, I'm going to mute this. It's going to drive me crazy. Turn my buzzer off there. And I'm just going to mix it with the brush. This is such a pretty color. I think this is my favorite Primary Elements color. So I hope get some of that in my brush. Where am I going to put you? And I'm thinking around this dark up here, it might look kind of cool, but I don't want to lead the eye way off the page there. So maybe just a little bit around this dark, just kind of like draw little bits there. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know. It's kind of sparkly. Let's do a little bit of that over here. I'm just kind of making a little shaggy. I shouldn't have done that straight like that. I'll blur that out a little bit, I think. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to take some watercolor, but which watercolor do I want? Maybe I'll just drop some of this on my mat here instead of trying to get to a pan. This is Juniper Green, Radiant, PH Martin Radiant. I think I'm going to take some of that with my brush kind of wet, and this is really strong, and just kind of make this a little bit darker through here. And then like let it walk down here a little bit, maybe. Oh, it's making that gauze really dark. That looks cool. Leslie actually sent me some of her new resin colors. And I've never done anything with resin before. And you guys know how limited my time is to even get on here at all anymore. But I want to try to play with that at some point too. I don't want that straight line right there. Mix that up a little bit. See you, Z. Take care. And let me put some of that over on this side too while I have it on my palette and still juicy. I'm going to put it up in here. There is a powdered gum arabic. I've never used it. Seems like extra step to me. Just tried to enhance that little center section there a little bit more. Oh, hey, Susan. No, this is really heavy 300-pound watercolor, not 300 GSM. It's 300-pound. It's really, really heavy. I think I'm going to drop a little bit of that in there too. Well, that's a little bit damp. This is the primary elements I'm adding to that juniper green. I'm going to pick up more juniper green, make that a little bit darker. And then go a little bit of more of the African jade. That's kind of cool. Let me put, I can't imagine working with a full sheet of this. This is a half sheet. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I think somebody's asking about what kind of medium I'm using. But this was primary elements, African jade, and I put a little bit of gum arabic in it, Winsor & Newton gum arabic, to make it kind of like a watercolor. I need a darker, oh, you know what? I need some dioxazine purple. Okay, I'm just going to dip. I got my big color wheel sitting over here off to the side. I'm going to dip a couple of these. I want a couple dark colors. So I'm going to grab some dioxazine purple. And I'm going to put that somewhere. This section right here, I'm not that wild about. I'm going to put some of this in here. And then I'm going to just come back with a little bit of water and let that kind of blend a little bit. I don't want, oops, there goes my brush. I do not want that straight line there. So I'm going to come back. Some of this might move, some of it might not. Some of it's ink and some of it's watercolor. And I don't know which is which at this point, to tell you the truth. And that's more of that juniper. I'm not good at this detail kind of work. I'm going to let some of that just bleed down through there a little bit. I think it needs to be darker through here too with some of the dioxazine purple. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to drop in some of the African jade over top of that. And then I want to add a little bit of that. Gayla, are you back home? This looks kind of like a boring spot over in here. I feel like I need to do something, but I don't know what that something might be, other than add a little bit of this flashiness right in here. I got to hold this far enough away from me now. Oh, this is the hardest thing for me, is to figure out what to do. I'm going to go in with some liquid golden iridescent silver. Let me change brushes. I need a little acrylic brush. No, actually, I'll use this one. I don't feel like I want to grab it. What to do with it? I think she still might have those, Vicky. I'm not positive. I think I need another, a little more dark through here. This is where I get stuck. Well, I got to do something over here where I started. To do something around this little fringy bit over here. I'm going to add some water to that and let Patty, are you going to pull the gauze when it dries or leave it? I think I pretty much have to leave this. It is dry. This is the one I did last week. I'm so tempted to try to pull some of it off. Linda Melvin was saying in her videos that once you put it over the Bombay inks, it doesn't come off. This one's coming off a little bit. You know what? Let's try, see what happens. I don't know where the inks are and where the watercolors are. So I'm assuming if this comes off. Oh, shit. We're into the other one now. Hang on. See, I should never listen to you guys. You talk me into some stuff. I got to blame it on somebody. So, yes, I'm going to pull that piece off. But maybe leave this one on. Oh, that looks kind of cool now with the rose gold. I like that better. With that texture in it. And through here you can see the texture. But up here, this one feels like it's pretty much on there. Where's my brush? Before this dries too much, I want to come back with a little bit of water and blur that a little bit. Leave it. Now you say leave it. This one's an experiment. Whatever happens here, I'm not too worried about it because I just want to play and see what happens. I'm going to go back with some more of this juniper green where this pulled up here. I would definitely not be able to stream with a full sheet of this stuff. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this. Hang on, we're swirling it around again. A little bit more of this African jade. I'm going to go around this bit here a little bit, just right around where that color changes. Then I'm going to come back and blur that out, I think. I might leave it like that with that little bit of, maybe I'll just wet it down the bottom and let the top bit stay there. Kind of talking to myself and you guys are eavesdropping. This is what I do all the time. This is pure juniper radiance right there. Not radiance. Radiant. Yeah. P.H. Martin Radiant Watercolors. Maybe because I keep walking it down like that, it's this maybe looks like I should oh, you know what? I'm going to go down there with a streak of dioxazine purple and let those blend out. This is dioxazine. Put a little bit of water on there. This is usually a traveling color. Oops, I dropped a lot of water there. I think I'm going to put a little bit more of the jade around this inner piece of this to kind of make that look like a little not a flower, but a little circular kind of area there. So now there's 3 of those that have that around them. Oops, sorry, the camera's all wonky. Oh, thanks, Eileen. I wouldn't say I'm at the love stage yet, but it's not bad, really. I mean, I'm just playing, so I mean, I can't really screw up playing, or can I? I'll let that drag down there a little bit more. I don't like that sharp line on it. So what else do I have out here? Shine medium. Let's do something with shine medium. This is that Schminke stuff. Man, I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it is howling. Howling. I'm going to put you, honey. Let's drag you out here a little bit. You know what? Hang on a minute, guys. I gotta I'm going to look out the basement door. It almost sounds like it's pulled the screen door open. Oh, Lordy. Nope, it didn't, but it's wobbling it some. Oh, oh, mercy. I keep saying a lot, don't I? Well, I think if we look hard enough, Joan, somewhere in this vicinity, you might, you know, see a little something going on, or here. I'm almost thinking like some foil maybe somehow, somewhere. I see 2 legs in the hair with heels on. 2 legs. Oh, upside down, are these the legs? And this is the hair? So let's see. Shine medium is where I left off. But I don't know what else I want to really enhance. This kind of, it almost looks like a Wink Costella pen. I mean, it kind of gets really washed out of there, and it's too straight of a line for me. I'm not going to use that. I'm not using it. Exploding starfish. Hey, Liz. That's what we're happening. That's what's happening. Oh, you're in Germantown. No wonder. Yep. I'm near the airport in Maryland, and yeah, it's rather blustery. I'm stuck for ideas here. Maybe I'll take a little teeny bit of this Tokyo purple Chroma Shine. Just a little teeny tiny bit. And put a little bit of the medium in that to liquefy it. All right, wipe my little spoon off. And this color is crazy bright. Now what am I going to do with you? I just want to get a little tiny wisp. bit of that over here somewhere, maybe. Oh, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have put that over there. We're going to do it anyway. What the hell? I said it's an experiment, so with an experiment, one must experiment. I think I need something. I really need something. I wonder if I need to put more. Rose gold in here. And then let it kind of wash out a little bit. And put some water in here. Put that on an angle so that can wash down a little bit. I don't want it to take away too much of that texture in there that was left. I don't know. I like, this is where I freeze up. I don't know what we need to do. Anybody? Trying to turn it different ways to see what I see. I don't know, maybe it needs to be a little darker. Can you pull a camera out so we can see it all? Sure. Gayla, don't make me unmod you. Purple lines between the blue and silver. Purple lines between the blue and silver. Can you be more specific? Blue lines. It's kind of in there, Gayla, like right here or right here, maybe. Ish. Sometimes it's more subtle than others. Thin purple lines between the blue and silver. Bottom right corner. So that's over in here. You mean this rose gold? Is that what you're talking about? Like in between here? Turn to portrait. With like lines with watercolor, are you thinking, Kathy? Dark turtle between the rose gold and the dark blue. You know, this view, when I'm looking at on the computer, it almost looks very abstract, but like a landscape. Like this is maybe underwater and this is some kind of crazy cloud, uh, something other going on up here into the sky. It almost looks like northern lights, kind of. And the northern lights kind of reflecting in the water. So, I don't know. Do I need to enhance this gauze more somehow? Emu in heels. What the hell are you guys seeing? Splatter in sky like stars. Yeah. I think something has to happen in here. Don't know what that might be. Now that I'm looking at it like this and I stop for a minute, I kind of like it. What about some of my pictographs? Looks like an abstract coral reef. Ah, exotic jungle flower. First time ever seen by man or woman. I think I might be at a point where I should stop as I wet my brush. Darker color. That's what I was thinking, like in through here somehow. Maybe I'll put some of this in here and see what happens. You know what? I should wet that a little teeny bit. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Right in there. And let me see what happens if I drop some of this through there. Just kind of random-ish bits through here. Maybe another little teeny spritz. Betty, she always verifies that she has 3 values. I think I got 3 values. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I got where the whites were and here, and this is really light. The rose gold is light. Some of this is really light. Got a lot of medium stuff going on in some really dark areas. I think I got the 3 values, purple or lunar blue. It might be done. I know. I mean, it might be done. I don't know. I'm looking at what I got laying out here. I'm going to see what that shine's doing on that purple I dropped in there. Might need a little bit more of that through there. I think I'm going to stop for now. I think I like it better looking at it on screen than I do in person. Yeah, Christy, I think so too. Let me take a picture of this. Oops. Where'd it go? Take some of the close-up bits here. Trying to get it at an angle where I see a little bit of sheen on there. You know, I think I like it. And I don't, hey, Carrie Ann. Thanks, Shauna. Yeah, right, Deb, I know. Maybe I'd like it at like a 1/4 mile distance. All right, I'm going to stop for now. I kind of wish this rose gold would have bloomed, but then it would go up into above the horizon line. And I use that word loosely. Hi, Josie. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this in a safe place for now and think on it more. I get really stumped, as you can see, for when I'm trying to do final touches on something like that. Oh, wow. This other one's dark. I don't have 3 values here. I'm going to bring this back so you can see what it looks like at this point. It's still very wet. Maybe wet enough I can drop something else in there that will help it out. Hang on, let me move this. That didn't work. Put that there. Get the brush out of the way. Get that out of the way. This is really dark. Oh. Not liking this one much at all. But I think I need hang on. What do I have that could help that? Look how dark that is. And it's still really wet in the middle. And these goldish areas, that's where I threw in the Lindy's. Oh, gold. Hang on. Gold. See what I got. What do I have? What is this? That's not gold. I have gold. I have 18 karat Spectra Life PH Martin. These were special, very special inks that I got on John Neal Booksellers. Have these Spectra lights out there. So what the hell? Here we got a little one. Here, Gala. I'm not wild about this one at all. So what's the worst that can happen? I think that's... All right, here goes nothing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. Oh, where am I going? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I forgot to tell you yesterday during my stream in the middle of some point, Dot was seeing sperm. So if Patty can... Oh my. I'm going to put some blobs in there. See what happens. That's still moving. That's pretty wet. Oh, I don't know what else to do with this. I tell you what, though, those, oh, maybe I'll just throw some more of that in there. Hang on. Going for some Lindy's on top of that. Hey, Kathy, it's good to be famous for something. Infamous. I really like this. Let me see if I can show you without... I'm looking at this right here. Right? If you can see that close up with that turquoise shimmer in there from the Lindy's, maybe. That looks really cool. I'm going to throw more of that right in the middle. Whatever happens, happens. All right, it's done. I'm putting it over here. I'm going to let this do whatever it does. I'm going to let it dry. And I think I might grab another piece of paper and have another go. What the hell? I got to go to my big paper department. It's like my thunder sound effects with this paper. Oh, mercy. And get this out of harm's way. Here's the full sheet. So I'm going to try to do this again. Let me move this. It's not going to end well. So I'm sure somebody has a better way of doing this. I just kind of crimped it the best I could last time and then made it wet on both sides. Oh, that would have been a good idea, Kat. Maybe I'll go get it and do that. It kind of got a little tilted on the way over there. Sheesh. This is... Where's my bone folder? I'm just going to spray this because my water's dirty. Vicky, I might try to put a drop paper in the towel to catch the color. Oh, that's a good idea. I know anybody that works with this paper all the time is probably saying, what the hell are you doing, woman? I don't know. I tried to make that clear. Now I'm just kind of walking it back and forth, softening up the fibers. And I need more water. Patty, don't soak it this time. First piece just sprayed out, worked better. Yeah, it seemed to. I think it might be because I, oh shit, because I spray. Ah, come on. Well, I'll be using the other side, I guess. I guess the Smurf shouldn't be trying to tear up white paper. Son of a bitch. You know, some days the bear eats you. Oh, mercy. Jeez Louise. That didn't go well. All right. All right, let's do this. I was thinking about changing up the colors, but this stuff's so wet with these colors. Not that I mind these colors. Oh, Lord. See, this is kind of, did I maybe have this upside down before? Is that what I did? Because this is kind of, oh Lord, no, I can't do that. Hang on, give me a minute. Oh, maybe I'll just put my piece of glass in the middle like that. Huh. Well, I don't know. Hey, Linda did one using cling wrap as a dam to catch color. You know what? I thought about that this morning, actually, Vicki. And do I have any down here? Oh, I got aluminum foil, parchment. Surely I have some saran wrap down here. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I'm going to spray the backside first anyway. This is just the backside to keep it from curling, although this really doesn't curl that much. I thought I had some cling wrap down here. If you'd, when Linda Melvin does this, she has a pitcher of water and she dumps like a third of the pitcher. It's a nice size pitcher on top of it, and moves it around with her hand and dumps more and then dumps more. I mean, it's saturated and she's got thick layers of towels. I'm not getting as even a coat here because I wonder if I put some gauze down first, what would happen? All right, I'm going to dump some of that just to get rid of some of the puddles. All right, looked like she had on about an inch. Yeah, I don't have that area. Hang on a second. I'm looking afar at my shelves for saran wrap, and I'm not seeing any. Well, I could run up and get some when the time comes, I guess. It's not that it's going to dry too soon. I'm not that slow. Huh. All right. All right. Well, you should see my computer. Sprayed. I probably should put something up there to protect it. At least the keyboard. Put that on there. Gail, you've always been so helpful with me finding stuff. Bless your heart. Huh. I thought for sure I had some down here. Oh, well, whatever. Now, some of these perimeter areas got a little, lost their sheen a little bit. I guess it's soaked in some. I think this is not going to work so good. I'm going to get rid of that. That's already a pain in the ass. All right. Well, I'm just going to use the same colors that I got out here. And I'm going to try to think ahead of myself and use the dark in the middle first to get kind of a good dark area going there. And then come back in with some of the jade. And a little bit of turquoise. I'm running low on that. I'm sure I have another one. Oh, perhaps I should get that now. Oh, I must not do it before. Let's so teal. There you are. There you are. I wonder if I had, oh, you know what? Oh. Hang on. I wonder what the linen white spray would do in here with this stuff. Milk it up too much, you think? I don't ever use it. Hey, Dee. Thanks for joining. You guys use this stuff with, let me get this a little wetter out here. Nobody's answering me about the white. All right, we're just going to do a little spritz, see what happens. She used white India ink. That's the white that she used, not the first layer of the dilutions. Kind of cool though. I'm gonna throw some in. Looks kind of cool actually. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. All right. Wow, that looks like fireworks up here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about maybe. See how feathery that looks? Oh, shit. Oh, Kayla, there's one for you. I need to pull. That is really looking cool. This, I need to pull some of this off of here. Wow. That might be the ticket. Hang on, let me zoom you back out again. Look at this. That's kind of cool, huh? Mama like that. Oh, I better get to squirting this other shit in there before I screw that up. That was the violet P.H. Martin's. And this is the turquoise, not the turquoise, juniper green. That's doing really cool feathery stuff. Oh, Mama like that. Maybe I get a little bit more white in there. See, Vaughn, that's why I'm here. to save you money and let you watch my mistakes so you don't repeat them. I do have a purpose. I'm going to pull this a little off this edge so I can do this. Oop, and it's going to buckle. That was too much of a puddle settling there. Wow, this is so cool. It's the least I can do. I want to get a little more, but do I want to just, I don't know. Oh my. I like this better than the India ink so far. Now I don't know how it's going to end up. If that's going to just end up lavender. I almost want to blast some right in this puddle right here. But let me get to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Hang on. Violet India ink. Where's the teal? I want some of the teal in there. This is just the regular teal. It's not metallic. Do it in the middle. That pushes stuff away, that India ink. This one I'm kind of losing, but it's really cool where it was. Oh man, do I want to do that? Is that going to mess it up? Oh, I can't stand it. Let's just do it. Oh, that really kind of shushed it everywhere. But I don't know. Oh, it's kind of blending though and looking like it's real streaky. Oh, Mama like you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I want to go back in there with some? Maybe I shouldn't spray it. Maybe I should put more right here where it's already white. No, that looks kind of cool there, doesn't it? I got to look back at the computer and see what that's doing there. Maybe I should just pour some instead of trying to get just the right amount. That spritzer's kind of making it go kind of everywhere. Wow. I wish you could see what this looked like in person. This is really, that white's really cool in there. I might. Do I have a metallic spray? Maybe I'll put a little more, a little teeny tiny bit in there. And then maybe drag it around a little bit. Let me try to do something with this puddle here. I need to get a really flat surface I can work on. Oop. Now I can spray some in here. So I think going forward, I will incorporate, good idea. Good idea, Gayla. I think I saw Kathy say that before, so I can't give you all the credit. Where is the straw department? Spoon sticks, magnets, hot glue, metal embossing, Sponges, clay. Where? Oh, that may be with the alcohol inks. Oh, Lord. I thought I had one in there. Oh, Lord. Oh, did you see the new shimmery alcohol inks that Ranger has? I saw some demos on YouTube yesterday. This is a little strong. I'll probably hyperventilate, but what the hell? Oh my, this is getting risky. Hang on. It's just turning kind of pastel. I want it. Wow. Kind of looks kind of cool. Oh, Eileen told you guys about them. Now, I wonder if I put in some white India ink with that. Just in the middle. Is the booger coming out of my... I want to get some real white there. I'm going to have to go in. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to clean my water before I put more watercolor in here this time. It really incorporates the bubbles, though. Hey, Jane, I think bleach would just move stuff out of the way. I've tried that with watercolors. I don't have much luck with that. All right, hang on a second. Sumi Japanese and gold or so. Oh, I have that. All right, pardon my big head. Oh, the camera's all jacked up. Hang on. That looks kind of cool. Lurkers are welcome. This is looking really cool over here. This, I kind of lost this little gem of that first swirl. I do believe I need to run some of this off, though, down this way. All right. It's my thinking tap. Hang on. Bottle of ink. Going back in. Gold, do I have silver? I'm sure I do. How could I not have silver? Oh, I have another bottle of bottom. Oh, that's almost all settled in the bottom. No, that's no good. Silver. That's some silver. Oh, that's a goner. Empty. Surely. I got a replacement. Oh, wait a minute. How about... I've got some some of these? Oh, these Schminke Aero Colors, Brilliant Silver, Space, and Gold. The Space, I think, has multicolored little bits in there. Hang on a second. Like, no, I don't like that. The silver one, though. Perhaps. Let me get that just zhuzhed up here. I don't know. Maybe some juniper? No, violet in there. I think that's just going to milk it up. I don't know. That might not have been the thing to do. And we'll see. Patty, you had a chrome silver ink you used to use. That was in a pen that I could splatter, and that was oil. That's oil-based. I'm not sure what that would do. Maybe in the final stage. You know what? That might be good to use on the final thing when I'm going in for the details, Kat. Yeah, Chris. Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah, I've used that. I have that. I'm going to get this. Come on, unfold, baby. Unfold for mama. I'm going to get this through this wet bit here and kind of into this area. I need a skewer. Tap that down a little. I might need a little teeny tiny spritz on that. Little teeny tiny bit more. No, you used in your earlier watercolors. Was it the Shine medium? I don't know what you mean, Kat. I'm thinking. Was it a watercolor like in a pan? It was ink in a bottle. Oh, I think I know what you mean. But I would splatter it, right? Is that what you're talking about? Was in one of those like skinny 1 ounce dropper bottle things? Let me cut some of this up a little bit. I don't have to use it all in one spot. I have to look. That might have been a what kind of? I think I know exactly what you mean. I'll look at the bottle here in a minute to see what type of ink it was. I don't know if it was alcohol based. All right, let's go here with this one. All right. Hang on. Let me see. It was some ink I got at the Queen's Ink. What the hell did I get? Huh. Well, let's see. I think there was a gold silver. Is this what you meant, Kathy? This was it? I actually used the gold more than the silver, and I don't know why. Let me see what this looks like. Let me see what it says. When it's in German. Great. Viva Decor. Oh, hell. Well, I don't know what that means. No, I didn't put anything. Well, I did. This Schminke Aero Color. It's for airbrushing. I put a little bit of that in here. I'm not 100% sure I'm loving it. Let's drop some of this in. Let's see what. It just kind of sprinkles like wherever. It doesn't really. And it's got a gold tint to it compared to this other stuff. Okay, let's back away from that. Came out silver on the paper, but on here it looks like a champagne. I'm going to put a little mist on there. And let me look. Oh, Lord. I got way too many palettes of watercolors. Did I say that out loud? Did anybody tell Dave I said that? Okay, these are some creamers. Now let's see. Where the hell did my brush go? There it is. Really lovely silver. Gotta get it a little bit wetter than that. I want something to kind of run. I don't want it all splotchy looking like this through here. It's hard to even see if this is making any kind of an impact here, but I do believe it will. Good idea. Oh, no problem, Mary. Thanks for stopping by. I want this to get kind of, it's bringing some blue in my silver, but I'll wash that out of there. I'm going to try to break up some of these just blobs of that other stuff. I think that might have been oil-based because it's just sort of sitting there. A little more of that in here. And down this piece. All right, I'm going to back away from the silver after one more. All right. Interference color might pop against the darker areas. I know, I almost kind of thought about, maybe I will, put a little bit of the African jade in there while it's wet, which I still might have over here. I'm going to have to mix this off my desk out of the work area because there is none left. This place looks like a bomb went off. All right. I like to get this in here so it kind of just mixes in where it's still wet. I can hear that screen door rattling around still. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Interference. Yeah, hit the little live button down on by where the volume control is in the window, D. That may help. May or may not. Oops, I mixed it. Oopsie. Wonder if I just flicked a little pigment in there. Maybe change your settings. I don't know where you're set at, but I'm just going to dip in here with a wet brush and get a little bit of this. Oh, my arm moved. My arm of my chair just moved and almost fell face first into the thing. Let's see if we can just get some like true African jade in there. I should put some lagoon in here. I'm going to do this where some of this is kind of sticky and I can use the medium to stick. Oops, I'm dropping it. It's not staying as thick as I wanted it to in my mind. That's kind of a streak of it there. I'm not looking at chat right at the moment. Trying to put another little. All right, back away the pigment. I get a little salt on there, maybe. Where's the salt? What time is it? 3:30. What's that? 2.5 hours. All right, back away from the salt. All right. I still like those white sprayed areas with the white linen spray better than how my India ink acted. Now, I do have a new bottle on the way, and I will try it again. See if it's just my old ink with the pigment separating in it, where it was clumpy on the bottom. Remember how that was? It was a little bit better once I got the skewer in there today and stirred it up. Yeah, these, well, it might look okay when it dries. But that silver ink, that last one I put on there, not doing so good. I wonder. Can never leave well enough alone, Patty. Never can do it. What if I put just a drop of this? 2 drops in there. See what happens. Maybe a little bit right in there. And in there. Get some of that turquoise back in there with the purple mix. Just a little bit. That's running through there pretty cool. Let's see. Drag you down here and over top of that string. All right. Needs a mermaid. Everything needs a mermaid. I have a sign on my desk at work that says kind of pissed about not being a mermaid. All right, so I don't know. I still feel something's needed in there. Darker. I might. Crap, I don't know. Should I drop black in there? Maybe wet it a little bit and drop some black, just a couple little veins in the center. What do you think? black. I have the P.H. Martin's black. Why not? That looks better just moving that around a little bit with the water, to tell you the truth. I'm just going to put a drop in there and see what happens. And my dropper's not working. Really? All right. That looks kind of cool. Maybe a little more. It's almost dry out here on the, well, it's not dry, but it's, the sheen is gone. Some of that run out in those other wet spots a little bit. It's not too black. Maybe I should throw a little dark purple in there. Maybe some midnight spray after midnight. That's kind of milky looking to me. All right, don't go crazy. Do not go crazy. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, do I dare put white in there? What show are you guys talking about? I was not paying attention as usual. I started watching season 5 of Grace and Frankie tonight. I love that show, or this morning. I love that show. Ooh, that might have been a bit much, but we'll just see what that does. That made it milky again. What do you know? I might have to wait and take care of doing anything else with this until after. I don't know if you guys can see any of that. Oh, I can see that African jade running up there. That looks kind of cool. All right, back away from the paint. Let me put this over in its roost to dry. See what happened to this other one over here. I think my first one is going to be the best one by the looks of these. This is still really wet. I think this is just going to have to sit here and take its time drying. Okay. Oh, shit. Especially when I did that. I don't like those streaks that just happened there. Huh. I love this out here. And I like the Lindy's in there. Not happy with the white. Oh, should I add more of this white in there? Yeah, that's where I'm going when I get off of here, Denise. I'm going back. I'm going back to see a little more. I'm going to put a little bit of this white in here. This stuff's really, I don't know. Wait a minute. Do I want to put that in there? I'm going to put some right there in the middle. Just a skosh. Actually, I might just spray it there real close up. Nothing else much worse can happen to this one. So I'm going to put, hang on, wait for it. While this is wet, I'm going to drop some Pacific Lagoon in here. Is that Pacific Lagoon? Oh, yeah, it is. I can see it now. I can see it now. Lord, look at all that mixed in there. Get some in this blob right here that's still wet. Oh, that's the silver. Hang on. Let's get some going along that bit there. Maybe I should just splash some of this in here. These real wet bits. This is really wet. All right. Let's see what that does. Oh my. This is not looking good to me at all at the moment. But I wonder if I should just spritz it again. What the hell at this point? What's the worst that can happen? Like on the perimeter, and let whatever happens to break any of that up happen. And maybe in there. Ooh. Oh, that was an improvement. Oh, see? Maybe water was the answer. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm just going to drop some hunks of African jade over that white in the middle. And then tap them down so they're wet. And hope for the best. Can never leave it alone, can I? Trying to type on a saltine cracker. Oh, mercy. right, one more little explosion over here, maybe. That one up in here. That looks, oh, that was an explosion. All right, let's just get crazy with it. Okay, now I'm going to spray a little bit of water where this is gloppy. Now I'm going to back away and I'm going to leave that. I think it's worse now that I'm looking at it. Oh, but yeah, that's a mess. So let's end on a better note. Let me go back and get my original. And actually, I didn't think I liked this at first, but now that I've seen this, I really like it. There's where we're going to end. That's the first one, and in my opinion, the best one. I'm not saying it's great, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I feel like I might need some black, something black in there. I don't know. I don't know. And this is the one I believe, yes, that I laid on my ATCs. Oh, I'm such a neat Nick. So check out Linda Melvin's videos, guys. Melvin, just like the man's name. They're really awesome. But I'm pleased with this one. So 1 out of 3 is not bad. So I'm going to sign off. Go have some lunch. What time is it? 3:45. Good time for lunch. This, pretty rough. I think I'm going to spray the whole thing and let it re-wet the whole thing. While we're here, this is how I'm going to end up. Whatever happens, happens, because it's pretty much a goner. Maybe this will be the next thing I cut up into ATCs. Liking that down there better already. Water seems to be the answer. All right, I'm just tapping down some of these hunks of African jade that need a little tappage. I'm going to back away. Yeah, sometimes all you need is a little bit of water. Brings it all back. Now I want to do more to it. Maybe a spray of white or two. Okay, stop. Oh, somebody make me stop. Oh, my. Well, maybe it needs a little more right in there. Oh, that was too much. See what happens when you don't stop me? I just do crazy things. That's looking pretty cool right there. Yeah, I'm seeing a huge... Stop. I'm seeing a huge... Oh, that's a good idea. CC stencil technique, April. Yeah, maybe on the next one. Try to do something to work through the uglies and bring it back. Yeah, I think this one's a goner. But we'll see. Jury's still out. It's kind of mesmerizing just to play with this stuff this way. Okay. back away. I'm going to stop. That's the African jade. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. See the little dots in there? That's African jade. But the rest is pretty puddled up, so I don't know how that's going to work. Not great, I'm going to guess. But I'm calling it a day. And this will probably dry on Tuesday. Oh, by the way, wish my little Oakley luck. I don't know if you guys saw his latest video or not, but tomorrow's the day. If you know what I mean. Little snippage happening. Hopefully that'll calm him down, because quite frankly, the cute little thing is going to be the death of me. So, that's it. It's a wrap. Poor Oakley. Poor mommy. Oh my God. He's murder. I know. I worry about him having to go to surgery and having to keep him quiet for a week is like, I just want to scream thinking about that little bit of pleasure from us, but it is what it is. We'll get through it. We've done it before. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging. Happy Sunday. Stay warm for those of you anywhere near where I am. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for hanging. Bye.